And 2 Bangladeshis have been confirmed to have died. We talked about this a lot last week. The tanker collided with a cargo ship 9 days ago. That's where the collision happened, but it then drifted southeast towards Japan before sinking on Sunday. Robin Brandt in Shanghai can give us more on this.
This was the final intense fire that sent Sanchi to the bottom of the East China Sea. An explosion engulfed the whole ship and cracked its hull. In the final few hours, a plume of smoke reached up to 1 kilometre in the sky. Chinese rescue teams had spent more than a week trying to fight the fire, but escaped oil and gas made it very dangerous to even get close. On Saturday, they managed to get on board and recover a further 2 bodies. But what's left of the tanker is now 100 metres down on the seabed. The remaining 29 crew members who were missing are all presumed dead. Almost everyone on board was Iranian, and the government in Tehran has declared a day of national mourning for Monday to remember who they described as brave mariners. Now the authorities here have to try to avert an environmental tragedy. While we know the size of the oil spill, we don't know much more about it. The Chinese authorities have not been that forthcoming about exactly what they found in the ocean about 300 miles in that direction. The condensate that was on board Sanchi is highly toxic, and it could kill all marine animals and plant life it comes into contact with. Sanchi burned for over a week. Now an expanding slick is all that's left on the surface. The thick, heavy fuel oil that was on board could harm wildlife, but it's what's left of her cargo of highly toxic condensate that could do even more damage. What was left went down with her. It will be hard to locate and even harder to contain.
Well, this part of the East China Sea is known for its rich marine ecosystem, something that the campaign group Greenpeace has sought to highlight. It's produced a fact sheet about this disaster, and if you read the whole thing, it's a substantial piece of work. It points out the ship has gone down in an important spawning area for many types of fish, including some which are crucial to the fishing industry. Here's the oceanographer, Dr. Simon Boxall.
You know, this fishing ground used by Japan, China, South Korea, and so they're going to have to bring in a fishing ban, if they haven't done already, very quickly, because this stuff is toxic and it will impact on those fisheries.
And this is Dr. Boxall comparing what's happened here to other disasters.
Obviously, a tanker disaster near the coastline, things like Siempress, Exxon Valdez, you see a very obvious and a very immediate impact along coastlines. But this is the biggest spill we've seen for over 25 years. It's certainly in the top 10 largest volume spills. And because we don't have the ability to deal with this particular type of leak, you can treat it almost like a sort of a toxic chemical leak, as you might rather than necessarily an oil spill.